I love the Tongan people. They're so easy to love because they love you right back, and they show it. They usually show it first. You couldn't walk down the street in Seaside without being honked at by a friendly Tongan. They'd always wave to you, even if they weren't members of the church. There are many times where I'd just be walking the street with my companion and trying to talk to people, and you'd see some Tongans walk up and they just hand you money, and you're like, oh no, we can't accept money, and they give it to you and they run away because they're just so nice. They'll do whatever they can to help the missionaries, and again, even if they're not even part of the church, they recognize that we're there to help people come closer to Christ, and they respect that. A funny thing about them also that sometimes they would always forget that they signed up to feed us for a dinner. We have a calendar that would go around, and we'd call them the night before, and we'd say, hey, we have you down for a dinner appointment tomorrow. Is that okay? Can you still feed us? And they're like, yeah, come over at 6. And so we'd go over at 6, and we'd go knock on their door, and they'd open the door. Oh, elders, hometown buffet. So we'd eat at the buffet 2 or 3 times a week. When they signed up to feed us, and again, they would do anything for us. Something else I noticed that it kind of made me uncomfortable, but I mean, it's the culture. Whenever they invite us over to eat at their house, a lot of times they'd give us all the food that they prepared for us, and then they'd go sit on the couch, or they'd kind of sit next to us, but they wouldn't eat while we were there because it was all about the missionaries and having them in their home and being able to fill the spirit with our message or whatever it was. But they're always very, very respectful to the Spirit Church and the missionaries. They'd give us the food, and they'd sit down. Oh, we'll eat later, they'd say, and we'd just eat. And sometimes I felt bad. We'd eat in front of them, and they'd just eat whatever we left. Or they'd give us all the leftovers, which was usually enough to feed us for the rest of the month. They always fed us so much. Tongans are very good singers. They can all harmonize together, and they usually don't need a book. For sacrament meeting, the chorister will get up. They'll have a song picked out. He'll just start singing it, and he'll get about 3 or 4 words in, and then the entire congregation will join him, and it's just beautiful. It always has a perfect pitch, and you just fall in love with their voices instantly. It's a very spiritual moment.